question about point slope form,
Oh, math
the linear
question.
equation.
Okay.
What is it? How do I use it? Like, what would I use it for?
Okay, point slope form, if you go to my screen again, point slope form, first I'll show you what it is and then I'll tell you what it is and hopefully this helps. So, point slope form is a little bit less common. One that's probably most familiar is y equals mx plus b, or slope intercept. But point slope form is y minus y1 equals m, or the slope, times x minus x1. And what it's used for is actually, the name kind of tells you what it's used for. If you know or are given a point in the equation or graph or whatever it is, you're given a point and you know the slope, then what you can do is plug in those numbers and you have an equation for your line. I'll give you an example. Oftentimes, if you have, let's say you're given 2 coordinates, this is good to use point slope form when you have 2 coordinates because we can easily find the slope from these 2 points. The slope is represented by m in our equation, and to find the slope, you find the change in y over the change in x, or you might have heard rise over run, or y1 minus y2, all of the same things. But what we do is, and I can talk more about this in a back to basics, but we take our y values and we subtract. So our y2 is 5 and our y1 is 3. And those go over our x1 and our x2. And so our x2 is 4 and our x1 is y. So we'll subtract and we'll simplify. So I have 2 over 2, which means my slope is 1 in this case. So what we can do is plug in our slope of 1 and one of our points in order to find the equation of the line. So my equation would be y minus and then y1. So just pick one of your y values. So y minus, I'm going to just pick the first point, but it doesn't make a difference. So we have y minus 3 equals, and then our slope we found is 1 times x minus x1, which is 2. And so we can use this equation for a couple things: to graph our line, to solve inequalities, or sorry, not inequalities, solve systems of equations, things like that. But point slope is best when you know a point and you can find the slope. So hopefully that helps a little bit.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.